The Great Inconvenient Commission by Liberatore. In order to truly value another's life, we must first learn to value convenience less. This self-idolatry, often obscured by the facade of cultural norms and modern comforts, warps our sight of another's soul. Even this preliminary step of recognizing another individual as a soul requires intentional thought. When we trailblaze for ourselves habits of life guided towards ease first and foremost, this will inform the way we conceive of others. To affirm the image of God in someone is not convenient work, but it is necessary. It is, I believe, the first step towards fulfilling what we know to be the Great Commission. And Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." Matthew 29, verses 18 through 20, ESV. The authority of Christ in heaven and earth is interwoven with his role in creation, for he is the means by which all things were created. Colossians 1:16, ESV. As being created through Christ, we belong to him and therefore exist under his authority. As beings created through Christ, we belong to him and therefore exist under his authority. To recognize and honor the image of God in ourselves and in others is to submit to the creative authority of Christ. Thus, when we act against this reality, we are neglecting to recognize the work of reconciliation Christ has set in motion, and instead act in accordance with a self-orbiting will. It requires spiritual metamorphosis to be able to identify and adore the image of God in each other, particularly those who we deem inconvenient. Those who we conceive as inconvenient will vary depending on our backgrounds and personalities. Often, it will be those who exist in spheres of reality that are unfamiliar to us, whether due to socioeconomic status, cultural background, ethnicity, age, physical limitations, or mental conditions. This unfamiliarity challenges our conception of normalcy, expectations of self-sufficiency, or social aptitudes. When we are challenged to step outside of our standards of common existence, it is natural to stiffen against others rather than lean in with agility. We long to be accommodated, not to accommodate others. Although it would be simple and often acceptable to gravitate towards those who are similar to us, we do not often realize what this subliminally communicates. We ascribe value to others subtly. The quality of time or conversation we offer, how we let our guards down, how we are at ease with them, or even something as simple as eye contact. When we are more affluent in moving towards those who are convenient for us to interact with, we are not truly reckoning with the reality that all of humankind is made in the image of God. I confess, as I write this, I am grieved by how instinctual it is to act in accordance with my standards of ease and worthiness. What is there to do? How might I be freed from this inauthentic love? Let us consider God himself, who stooped down to a position of gravest inconvenience in order to empathize with, care for, and save us. He left his familiar and right position in the universe to become intimately acquainted with our human griefs, aches, and sorrows. Isaiah 53:4. Not only that, but as he was in our condition of weakness, he lived a life of marvelous fluidity. Christ specifically moved towards those who were deemed inconvenient by their culture. He longed to be interrupted, reveled in discomfort, and intentionally made room to be approached freely. Christ desires to dissolve our human misconceptions of worthiness and recognize both our incredible lowliness and gloriousness in him. When we come to him in full awareness of our wretched humanity and his marvelous mercy, then will we be able to see others rightly.